Before the 1960s, every month a new engine roared to life in the hopes soaring high. Yet, when race day arrived, none could match the red passion of Ferrari, the Scuderia. Ferrari was like the king of racing, winning so many races that people thought they couldn't be beaten. Then, out of the blue, the Ford GT entered the scene, proving to everyone that if you think lightning doesn't strike twice, you've never encountered the GT. Today, we're diving into the legend of a street-legal beast that dared to step up and conquer the racetrack in the 1960s. But what magic was poured into its engine that allowed it to outpace Ferrari not once, not twice, but 4 times in a row? And how, after more than 6 decades, does it remain a force to be reckoned with? Let's peel back the layers of what makes the Ford GT not merely a car, but an enduring icon. We're about to explore the mystery wrapped in speed. The Ford GT awaits, and believe me, this is a revelation you won't see coming. The Ford GT, a name synonymous with racing excellence and American engineering prowess, has a storied history that spans over 5 decades. It all started in the 1960s when the Ford GT, also known as the GT40, first roared onto the scene. The Ford GT40 was made for one big reason, and that was to beat Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans race. Ford dreamed of snagging a single win, but the GT40 had bigger plans up its sleeve. Between 1966 and 1969, this masterpiece did more than just meet its goal. Winning once? Sure, that's luck. Winning twice? You could call it a happy accident. But clinching victory 4 times straight? That's nothing short of astonishing. And this period was not just about rivalry, it was about setting a new standard for endurance racing. Fast forward to 2005 and 2006, when Ford revived the GT to bring its racing heritage to the streets. The 21st century Ford GT broke new ground by surpassing Ferrari's contemporary street cars in performance. Then in 2016, the second generation GT arrived, stunning the world. This model truly embodied the essence of a beast. Despite the introduction of the third and, as of now, the final generation of the Ford GT in 2019, the second generation continues to be a standout topic. The third model boasted a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 engine delivering 660 horsepower, complemented by a roaring titanium exhaust, an enlarged front splitter, and a higher rear wing, meeting modern demands and pushing performance boundaries. Yet when discussions turn to the 2022 Ford GT, there's a noticeable pause in the conversation, as if even the most critical observers stop to appreciate. But it begs the question, what makes the 2022 Ford GT more revered even in the face of newer advancements? There's a whole long list behind the success and fame of the 2022 Ford GT. The last version of this limited edition legend was released in 2017, and now it sets the highest standard for street-legal performance cars. This title is given to those cars that follow road rules while offering great features like power, speed, adept handling, and streamlined aerodynamics. Unlike their racetrack-bound counterparts designed solely for peak track performance, street-legal performance cars offer a blend of racing thrill with everyday road usability. But is this the only thing it has to offer? Obviously not. The heart of the 2022 Ford GT beats with a 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged EcoBoost V6 engine, pumping out a formidable 660 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque. This power plant, coupled with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission and rear-wheel drive, propels the GT to an exhilarating top speed of 216 miles per hour. And how does modern engineering hold up against the current generation? Understand this through the lens of its meticulous design. From its carbon fiber body to the state-of-the-art active aerodynamics and carbon ceramic brakes, every element is precisely optimized for top performance. Inside, the cockpit epitomizes Spartan efficiency, centered entirely on the driving experience, and furnished with a 6.5-inch touchscreen featuring smartphone mirroring and navigation. Moreover, did you know why this particular generation of the Ford GT is the most beloved by both the company and buyers alike? Well, it's largely due to the 64 Prototype Heritage Edition, a special model that honors the iconic GT40 race car and its monumental victory at the 1966 24 Hours of Le Mans. Yes, that's 4 in a line victory. This edition is specifically distinguished by its Wimbledon white paint enhanced by antimatter blue graphics, exposed carbon fiber components, and silver Brembo brake calipers set on 20-inch antimatter blue painted fiber wheels. The best things are often kept secret, and do you think the Ford GT is something that should be available to everyone? Certainly not. The development of the second generation GT was a testament to this philosophy. This mission, codenamed Petunia, aimed to create a vehicle that outpaced, outmaneuvered, and outperformed the Mustang in every conceivable way. This venture was so secretive that only a select few within Ford were known for its existence. Among them was design director Chris Svensson, who alongside a compact team of 12, including key engineers, had exclusive access to the design studio where the GT's future was being forged. Under the stewardship of Camillo Pardo and the guidance of Jay Mays, with the legendary Carroll Shelby consulting on performance testing, the GT was meticulously crafted to be a marvel of aerodynamics and power. Unveiled at the 2016 North American International Auto Show and entering production in 2017, Ford announced the creation of 1,350 GTs, culminating in the final 67 units, each boasting over 800 horsepower. The GT, with its teardrop shape, support arches, and keel concept, stands as a pinnacle of aerodynamic design, reducing drag and enhancing downforce like never before. Powered by a unique twin-turbocharged EcoBoost engine, the GT not only exemplifies power and efficiency, but also marks Ford's most powerful creation to date. Achieving victory at Le Mans in 2016, 50 years after the GT40's first win, the second-generation Ford GT is a living legend, a secret well kept, now revealed to the world as evidence of Ford's enduring legacy and innovation. Now, what do you imagine the cost of all this luxury might be? It's probably more than you'd even guess. The starting price for the second-generation Ford GT is a staggering $500,000. To put that into perspective, it surpasses the average price of a house in the United States, which stood at $408,800 in February 2024. But why are we investing so much money in just a car? Well, because the Ford GT is more than just a car. It's a piece of racing legend, paying homage to the GT40 that outpaced Ferrari and others at Le Mans in the 60s. Owning a Ford GT means owning a slice of history with the added thrill of its racing heritage. It's not only quick but also intelligent, featuring advanced aerodynamics that adjust to your driving needs, enhancing performance and efficiency on any terrain. The GT combines power with efficiency, sporting a lightweight carbon fiber body and an EcoBoost engine that maximizes power while minimizing fuel use and emissions. Its design blends modern and retro elements, turning heads wherever it goes. Now, you might be wondering about what this pinnacle of luxury looks like. So you can imagine a Ford GT in a teardrop shape, minimizing drag and sculpting a profile that nods to the legendary GT40. Flying arches bridge the gap between form and function, enhancing airflow and downforce. Its innovative keel concept and active aerodynamics underscore its racing heritage, adjusting to speed and braking for optimal performance. Carbon fiber wheels lighten the load, elevating handling, and LED lighting merges modernity with tradition. Don't think of this car as all show and no substance, because the interior of the Ford GT tells a story of meticulous craftsmanship. Inside, it embraces a minimalist yet driver-centric design, predominantly featuring tasteful leather and Alcantara touches. The seats are fixed in position to ensure optimal driving posture, while the pedals and steering wheel offer adjustments for comfort and control. A digital gauge cluster and a centrally located infotainment screen provide vital information and connectivity at a glance. The interior is available in 4 color themes: Energy, Light Speed, Launch Control, and Re-Entry, each offering a unique blend of seat materials, appliques, and accent colors. Other than all these jaw-dropping revelations about the Ford GT, you think there could possibly be anything left? Well, certainly there are. 5. The Ford GT has 5 driving modes: Normal, Wet, Sport, Track, and VMAX. Each mode changes the suspension, steering, throttle, transmission, and aerodynamics of the car. 4. The Track mode, which lowers the ride height by 50 mm, raises the rear wing, and stiffens the suspension. 3. The Ford GT is a champion of the racing world, with 4 victories at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, 1 at the 24 Hours of Daytona, and 2 at the 12 Hours of Sebring. 2. It is very popular and influential in the automotive culture and has also been driven by many celebrities such as Jay Leno, John Cena, and Jeremy Clarkson. 1. Ford restricts owners from selling the GT for the first 2 years to ensure it stays with those who truly appreciate its value. It all began with the ambition to outperform the reigning monarch of racing, Ferrari, and it culminated in becoming the very dream others aspire to surpass. This is the embodiment of dedication in the real world, where perseverance transforms vision into reality. By the way, what captivates you the most about this second-generation luxury and heritage street legal beast?